Hello YouTube, this is Strangzilla here with a figure review, and today's review will be on the Collecta Uintatherium. Now, before I begin, I would like to address some errors that I made in my thoughts and opinions video on the 2018 prehistoric animal figures that my friend Acrosaur pointed out in the comments section, and some facts as well. So first things first, birds are not related to dinosaurs because they are dinosaurs. Tower was a coelophysid that was related to Coelophysis. Herrerasaurus was 16 feet long. The oviraptor is actually an unnamed oviraptor called Specimen 142. There were no jungles in the Permian. They did not appear until after the extinction of non-avian dinosaurs. And I got the name of that dinosaur right. So, thank you, Acrosaur. I'm very grateful, and if there's any more errors that I make in the future, just by all means point them out and correct me. I really appreciate it. But anyway, let's crack on with the review of the Collecta Uintatherium. So, what was Uintatherium? Well, it was a beast from North America and Asia that lived during the mid-Eocene period. Its name means beasts of Uinta Mountains. I believe that's what it says. And it was discovered by Charles Marsh in 1872, who discovered many of the famous dinosaurs that we all know and love, such as Stegosaurus, Triceratops, Allosaurus, and many more, to name a few. But onto the model itself. Now, ever since I was a kid and I got into prehistoric mammals, I had always wanted a figure of Uintatherium. I yearned and yearned for a decent figure of Uintatherium, and Collecta answered my prayers. And they did a fantastic job on this creature. There have been other figures of Uintatherium in the past, but in my opinion, they were not as good or as detailed as this. Also, Uintatherium was one of the first prehistoric mammals that I had ever heard of, along with the mammoth, saber-toothed cat, woolly rhino, and the giant ground sloth Megatherium. I'll start off with the paint job because if I start there, then it will be out of the way. A very interesting choice given it tiger stripes, though since this guy looked like a rhino, I would have thought that they would have painted it a bright grey colour like a Monday rhino. But then again, it might have looked a bit too similar to one of their previous beasts, the Uintatherium, even though it was dark grey and a reddish brown colour. Next, we talk about the detail, and from the back end, we can see that this is a male, and I don't think that I need to say why. The model is shown with fur, where old depictions show it with rhino-like skin, so I'm guessing the fur must be the latest study, or it could have been mostly skin and a bit of fur. I'm not too sure on this one, but as always, correct me if I am wrong. Now I would like to talk about the head because it has always interested me as a kid, and of all the heads of prehistoric beasts, it is very unique. Looking like a combination between a rhinoceros and a giraffe because of the blunt horns. And those horns do remind me of giraffe horns. Not identical, but similar. Also, I highly doubt that Uintatherium was related to the giraffe. However, during the Eocene, there were loads of rhino-like creatures that were related to the horse, and I don't remember whether or not Uintatherium was one of them or it was its own species. But if I don't know, please tell me. Also, the tusks are interesting. They were most likely used for digging up roots and used for other purposes, such as males showing who has the longest tusks, and perhaps to try and scare away a predator. So now we come on to the paws, and when it comes to Uintatherium, it is usually seen with its head low, body calm, and again ready to graze. However, in this case, we have a very energetic Uintatherium, so it could either be getting ready to challenge a rival male over a mate, or maybe its territory is being invaded by an unwanted predator and the Uintatherium is getting ready to defend itself. However, since Andrew Sarkis is here, we might as well do some size comparisons. Now, Uintatherium was 3.8 meters and 12 1/2 feet long, and Andrew Sarkis was 3.7 meters, 12 1/4 feet long. Sorry if my maths sounds a bit butchery. So Uintatherium should be bigger than Andrew Sarkis. However, here the two figures are roughly the same size as each other. And here we have another rhino-like beast, also from the Eocene period, the Uintatherium, and the size for this guy was 1.8 meters and 6 feet. So again, Uintatherium should be bigger. So overall, what are my final thoughts on the Collecta Uintatherium? Well, I think if you're a huge fan of prehistoric mammals from the Eocene, then this figure is definitely a must-have, and I believe that this is one of Collecta's best prehistoric mammal models ever to be made so far, alongside the Dinotherium and the Megacerops, and it is also a childhood dream come true for me. You know, one of my early works on YouTube was Top 10 Prehistoric Mammals, and I wanted to include Uintatherium on there. However, I did put up a couple of pictures, so you could consider it an honourable mention. And one last thing before I score the figure and go, I remember back in 2001 when Walk with Beasts was announced, I was hoping that Uintatherium would be featured, but sadly it wasn't. However, nevertheless, the choices of beasts that we got were great, and I'm very happy with this model. I give it a 5 out of 5. It's truly one of the best. So until next time, take care and goodbye. And thanks for watching. Oh, and I would also like to thank everythingdinosaur.com for sending me this lovely figure along with the Papocrilophsaurus. See ya!